All right. What's up, my dudes? It's been it's been a little week since I streamed last time. I hope you guys are doing well. I also decided to turn on my camera today. My dudes, there are a few games, to me at least, that is put kind of like in the category of basically like uncountable hours spent. And the game I'm playing today, my dudes, is one of those. So I got kind of excited watching a new developers chat about what's coming in 2026 for the Elder Scrolls Online. And as I mentioned, like, there are a few games where, like, I would kind of put the hours spent in a game as, like, uncountable. I mean, it's not because it's not countable. I mean, I know that on my PC I've been playing this game for like 500 hours. But the thing is, before I made the transition to PC, I was playing this game on PlayStation, and I was playing this game a lot on PlayStation. So during the COVID pandemic, things got changed pretty much. I mean, for everyone affected by the pandemic, which made it so that we had a lot of time to just stay at home and play our favorite games. And basically, yeah, this is one of the games that I play the most, and I'm excited to get back into it and, as a returning player, really check out and see what has actually changed. So one of the like major things that have changed since last time I played it is the subclassing system, which is a really cool system. Like, I know some people really enjoy it, and some people think it's, yeah, not the best feature. But I think it's really interesting as like a person who really, or as a player who really likes to customize and feel like very in control of the build. I think this is a very good feature. But yeah, like I said, I'm a returning player, so it's been a while since I seriously was playing this game, but I'm excited to jump back in, and quite interesting. So like a bunch of the skills and a bunch of basically like the skill animations and stuff are getting an overhaul, and they are starting that work in 2026. So it's going to be really interesting to see like if they can take this like 12-year-old game and kind of touch it up. So this game has one of my like favorite features in like any game basically that I've ever played when it comes to like PvP. I feel like this game, like when it released also a bunch of years ago, kind of like one of the kickers was the large scale PvP aspect of this game. So, I mean, absolutely, like this game has been, how can I put it? This game has really been, or at least like the PvP aspect of this game has really been like in development, I would say, for like, yeah, a very long time, basically. But it's super fun. The PvP aspect of this game is super fun, and I think it can only go, basically, like, it can only go one way, and that's up, basically. So one thing that I'm a little bit sad about, actually, to be honest, is yesterday. So I've joined a guild, and that's also one of the aspects, or one of the things that I think this game is also doing really well, to be honest. It's like the guild aspect, like how the guilds work. It's a fairly social MMO. I mean, if at least if you want it to be. And it's really fun to interact with other players. I mean, it can be really fun. It can also be kind of stressful, and yeah, a little bit frustrating, because there are some, but I mean that's basically like in any game, any MMO, there's gonna be like this certain amount of toxicity. So I am in one of like the newer zones here. I mean, it's definitely not like the newest zones, but it's like one of the later zones that was added to the game. And I want to try to find... So I don't think Fargrave is where I want to be. I think I want to be in Deadlands. I want to find a specific set. A crafting station for a specific set. I don't know if I'm going to be able to craft it yet, but I'm trying to find the Wretched, I think it's called, the Wretched set, because I want to try and craft the Wretched set. So there are multiple variations of sets in this game, basically. So you have like the overland sets, these sets that you're... So when I say sets, I mean like armor and weapon sets. So you have these sets that you can find in the overland. And the overland is just like the general like zone areas of the game that has like bosses. It has delves, like these little mini dungeons. These little one-man dungeons that you can do that have like bosses and mini-bosses in them that are gonna drop you like certain set pieces, or the set pieces that we call the overland set pieces. And they are basically like focused around overland content, like the PvE content that you're basically doing in, yeah, just like straight up like the zones. And then we have the dungeon sets. That's the sets that you will get specifically from the specific dungeons. I mean, we can go here to my collections and have a look at my set items here. So there are quite a lot of different sets we can get. I've not partaken in the Season of the Worm cult yet. So I have not collected any of like the newer sets here in this category. Okay, my camera is a bit in the way here. Maybe there is a better placement for my camera. Hold on, my dudes. Okay, where is... Yeah, there is my... Yeah, there is my webcam right there. Okay. Let's... Okay, I'm gonna have to blow up this. Not blow up, but like make it bigger. Okay, like that. Okay, so maybe we just keep the camera down here in the left corner here. For now. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to figure out how to best kind of place the camera here when it comes to the UI. I think maybe this positioning here is good, like down in the corner here. Also, maybe I can actually also just remove the logo for now, so it's gonna be easier to see like the skills and everything. Okay. Yeah. So there are a bunch of different sets. We have like the different zones, like the different areas of the world. It's quite a big map here. And the different areas of the world are actually containing their own like specific sets. We have the Dominion area of the map, the Covenant area of the map, and the Pact area of the map. So all those like and those are basically all like overland zones. And they are all going to be like containing different sets. So these three right here, the Dominion, the Covenant, and the Pact, they are basically like the main map right here where we can find them. And we're gonna have like one area that's like specific Covenant area, and another area that is more like specific Pact area, and then like Dominion area. And there is someone here who needs help with a boss, I can see in the zone chat here. Let's see if we can help this guy. Which one? So there is someone in this zone who needs help with the boss. I hope it's not the big wandering dude, because there is a big wandering boss in this zone. But yeah, back to the set pieces here. So we also have the Infinite Archive, where we can get like specific set pieces. Infinite Archive is like the endless dungeon mode of this game. Also like a fairly new feature in the game. And we have the DLC zones, which is like, the DLC zones are like zones that are not necessarily included with the base game, but you can buy the DLC zones separate, or you can access them if you have an active subscription. Basically, and here's the dungeons. Dungeons are instances that you can like queue up for, or you can grab a couple of friends, go in there. 4-man dungeons, and you will have like the typical MMO roles of like 1 tank, 1 healer, and 2 DPSs. And then you have the DLC dungeons, which is basically like the same as the zone ones. But they are generally a bit harder. And also they require you to have like an active subscription, or you have to basically buy that DLC content to access it. And then it's the trials. That's like the huge group, the big group content, like raids in World of Warcraft, but here it's called trials. And then we have the arenas, which is like trials almost, but it's like you basically do them solo. I mean, you can bring other people as well, but it's like, it's not a huge like 12-man situation here. And then there is the PvP. And also some miscellaneous sets. So in the PvP also we have 3 different categories here. We have like the Battlegrounds, the Cyrodiil. So the Battlegrounds, these are like instant PvP fights. Instanced PvP fights. So basically in Battlegrounds we go in as a part of a team of 8 and we fight another team in like some various game modes. And we can also get Battleground specific gear sets from this. And then we have Cyrodiil, which is like the big scale PvP of this game. It has a bunch of sets, and basically like every new season or every new chapter. So things are changing now. So now they are gonna be working with like seasons. We are gonna be working with like seasons from this point on. So things are gonna be changing here. So I guess every new season we are hopefully gonna get some like new stuff into every category, like new zones, new like new zone set pieces and mythic pieces, and yeah, I'm gonna get to that in a second. But also hopefully new PvP pieces. And it's like typical in this game that the newest sets are basically always gonna be the best ones. So it's kind of wise to be kind of ahead of the curve here, or at least try to be ahead of the curve and like get the new set pieces as quick as possible after like the release of the content. That's a bit frustrating for me, to be honest, right now, because I'm kind of like returning to the game and so many things have changed, and I really want to like figure out all the things that have changed, but also I really want to try to stay on top of like the new sets situation as well. We also have the Imperial City, which is a really cool feature, because Imperial City is like a PvP PvE zone, which is also really cool. So in Imperial City you will fight other players, but you will also fight like the PvE content of that particular zone, or those particular zones, which I also really enjoy. It's really cool. And then we have the antiquities, or the mythics, if you will, that are also really cool aspect of this game. And these mythic pieces, they're like one pieces that gives you basically like, so you would have like the benefits that you will get from like a 5-piece set, like 5 set pieces of a specific set, you can kind of like get in one set piece when it comes to like the mythics, which is really cool. So we also have Cold Harbor, which is a separate zone, some set pieces here. We have Craglorn, which is like the adventure zone, and we have the starter zones. So it's really cool to have. So like I remember when I got like this, or when we got this feature in the game where we could kind of like collect all the set pieces, kind of like a sticker book, if you will, or at least that was what it was kind of like, yeah, sold as. Yeah, so as you can see, like in this overview of like the what I have when it comes to the set pieces is yeah, it's not a lot. So I'm definitely kind of like working, like grinding my way through this, and I really want to get on top of this and kind of like get every set piece here. I think it's that like the system in ESO really works. Okay, so this oh, he wants to group. Okay. Okay, where is he? Okay, he's over here. Okay. It could be it could have been a while since he actually invited me, but I'm gonna go head over there and see. Oh yeah, and I was also gonna say, I was also gonna say, like something crazy happened yesterday because I joined this guild. Because that's a good thing in a game like this to kind of join a guild. Thing is that you basically you never know if like the guilds that you join are gonna be like the correct ones for you. So you shouldn't feel bad if you kind of join a guild and you don't necessarily feel like that guild is for you. You can actually just leave the guild, basically. Alright. Here is this person who needs help. Let's, okay, so let's go in here. Yeah, so I'm kind of jumping between also my controller and my my keyboard here? Hello. A big walking boss. Let's ask him if that's what he needs help with. We maybe we should be like more people, or yeah. Okay, so he's not gonna answer. I don't know if he's AFK or whatever. Like, it could be the boss that we can see here on the map right here, the Unmaker. It could be that one.
You could craft something nice with that.
Okay, so he's not replying. I don't think I'm strong enough to do... Oh, there are actually people here fighting the Unmaker. Yeah, I don't think this is a boss that I can do solo. Okay, so I'm gonna try to take a little defensive approach here with some healing. So on my back bar, I have a bunch of like healing skills. And on my front bar, I basically have like the damage skills. Okay, boom, he's down. But my friend, who actually invited me here, I mean, he's AFK, obviously. So he actually didn't get to join in on this. So if I remember correctly, like this boss here, he is like a part of he's like part of the like dailies. So we have daily quests basically in like every zone that we can do. So if I remember correctly, like this boss is actually a like daily specific target in this zone. Yeah, so yeah, I'm just gonna leave this group because I mean this dude is not replying, so whatever. We went there at least. I mean, we helped someone with that boss. It just wasn't the player that actually was asking for help. But yeah, I was talking about the guild aspects and stuff also. So I joined the guild like when I decided earlier this week to kind of return to this game and like really give it a go, a new go, a fresh go. I fairly quickly joined this guild a couple of days ago, and I think I was kind of lucky because it seems like it's a really cool guild with a lot of like cool people in it. Funny and cool people. And yesterday, there was an event. It was the craziest event, because what we did some like bare knuckle fighting. And it was super fun, and I actually won the entire like tournament. And I won 250k gold. And it's such a shame that I didn't stream it, because it was such an insane funny event, to be honest. Like, it was super fun. So the rules were fairly simple. No skills allowed. No gear allowed. So we were basically super, like, it was a super leveled playing field. The only thing that we were allowed to kind of equip was the Mundus Stone. So we have these things that are called Mundus Stones, and the Mundus Stones are actually giving us like, they are giving us specific boons, basically, the Mundus Stones. So we were allowed to actually wear the Mundus Stone. But for me as a returning player, like I was a little bit stressed. I just picked a character. It was a character that wasn't even like max level. A character that was like, yeah, I've only basically been doing that character just to like level, to get that class to max level. And max level is 50. That character was level 33. And I went in there and I actually beat the entire rest of the contestants, and that was super fun. So, yeah. So I'm not claiming, I'm not claiming at all to be any type of expert in this game. I've been playing this game a lot. But I'm not claiming to be any sort of like expert at all. I just really, really enjoy this game, and there were so many cool things to do in this game. But I think my guildmates maybe underestimated me a little bit. But it was super funny. So this zone is also kind of cool, because this zone is a little bit harder than the rest of the zones in the game. So this is one of the Deadlands, one of the newest, newer zones. I mean, I guess it's like a couple of years old now, but it's just a little bit harder, the content in here. Also, Apocrypha. It's one of the newer zones where kind of like the overland is a bit harder than like other zones. At least that's how it was the last time I played. But yeah, so I went into this bare knuckle naked, basically fight tournament, fight club in the game. So yeah, it was. I really regret not streaming it, because I think that would have been like great content, to be honest. Yeah.
We hiked all the way out here for this. I guess it's not.
So I kind of been thinking, what would be like the best way to kind of play this game on stream, and I've kind of landed upon that. I think it's best to kind of just play it as I would play it, even though I wasn't streaming, to be honest.
A whole stack. Very nice.
So there are a bunch of stories and a bunch of aspects to this game that, like, I still haven't yet discovered. But I don't think I'm gonna do like a fresh start and play through like every quest, because basically that's gonna like take me years. Or I mean, I will probably do like a bunch of questing just for the skill points, because there are like different ways that you can get skill points in this game, and one of the aspects, or one of the ways to get skill points, is to do like the main storyline in each zone. But if I'm gonna be doing that just like on a character from scratch, I mean, it's gonna, and kind of like listen to every piece of dialogue and stuff like that, it's just gonna take, it's just gonna take me years, I think. But with like the newer content, the content that I haven't yet kind of experienced, I might actually, yeah, be doing some listening to the quests, but for content that I've kind of like already done, I'm just gonna speed through it. Another way to get skill points is to collect 3 of these sky shards. So the sky shards are these like, yeah, these like basically white beams here. And when you collect 3 of them, you gain a skill point. So this was my 3rd. So I actually gained a skill point. Yeah, the subclassing, I'm just kind of getting into the subclassing here. I think it's a really, really cool feature. So basically, each class is gonna start with three skill lines, three main skill lines, each class. But with the subclassing, you can kind of swap out your one of your three, or actually two of your three existing skill lines, with skill lines from other classes, which is really cool. So what I'm doing right now, I am an Arcanist as a base class. So I have the Soldier of Apocrypha skill line, which is one of the Arcanist skill lines, like base skill lines. And I have the Nightblade's Assassination, and I have the Necromancer's Gravelord. So what I'm doing at the moment is that I'm trying to upgrade, like these, get all these, or both these skill lines up to level 50. So I can unlock like all the passives and all the active skills. So each skill line also has like an ultimate ability. Yes, let me see here if I can. I'm just gonna jump over to the keyboard view here. Because I just kind of like wanted to show this. So here, for example, for the Soldier of Apocrypha, we have 5 active skills that we're going to be unlocking. And then we have the passive skills, which are kind of like enhancing the active skills, basically, in various ways. And then we have like the ultimate ability. So basically the only reason kind of why I am doing the or keeping kind of like the Soldier of Apocrypha, which is like the base skill line, is because of the Cruxweaver's armor, and also the ultimate, the Sanctum of the Abyssal Sea, which is this big bubble that kind of like makes me super tanky, and like almost unkillable basically for a certain amount of time, and then it's just like releasing the damage. Or I mean, we can go and read the specifics here. Okay, let's see if we can do this. So it's gathering the true strength of Apocrypha as protective tentacles rise from the abyssal sea around you. The tentacles form a damage shield that absorbs 60% of all damage for 10 seconds, up to a maximum of 62.7k damage, scaling off your health. And when the shield collapses, you lash out, dealing all of the damage absorbed as magic damage to enemies within 5 meters over 10 seconds. Which is super cool. Like, it's one of the coolest skills. Like, there are a lot of cool skills in this game, but that ultimate is one of the coolest. So thing with the ultimates is that you kind of like have to build it up. So as we can see right now, I have like okay, so let's see if we can. Okay, so we can't see this, but it's this 45, as we can see down on the screen. Like, you have the skill bar, right? And to the right, you have like, when I press like LB and RB at the same time, I can kind of use my ability, my ultimate ability, but right now it's charging. So as we can see, like the number in that little square, it says 45. So when I go here and I attack this worm here, we can see that the ultimate is kind of building. And when it hits, like when it's full, when the bar is full, basically, we can use it. which is kind of cool. Like I like the strategic aspect of like when and how to use the skills in this game. I think there is like a lot of
Building up a stash. Good thinking.
like the really good players. There is some like you have to have some skills basically to be like one of the best players, because it's gonna be all about like rotation and how you use your skills, and yeah, what what buttons you press at what time basically. So I'm gonna see if I can get in some into like some activities with my guild at a later point, so we can get some of my guildmates into the chat. I do want to be like a little careful with that, because I don't know if it's against any kind of like policy, like including the voice chat. Yeah, I regret so hard that I didn't record, at least like record the events from yesterday. I've been thinking about that, like it would have been so cool to kind of have that recorded and in the archives.
Better overstocked than under.
Okay, so I'm trying to find, I have to remember what I'm doing here. I'm trying to find the specific like crafting station location for this craftable set. Is it here? The Razor Works? I can't remember if this is the exact location, but I'm gonna check, because that was kind of like my objective going to this zone here. Deadlands Demolisher. Okay, so this is not a set. This is not the set I'm actually looking for here. This is a okay, let's see what kind of effects we can actually get with my type of weapons, which are like magical staves. So we need to find the woodworking area. Okay, so it's right here. Okay, so what are these staves? Like, for example, the Inferno stave. What is this gonna give me at, like, CP 150? Yeah, so that's one thing that I also haven't talked about, is, like, what's happening, basically, when you reach, like, max level, which is 50, you start gaining these champion points. And the champion points, it's kind of like a little similar to how, what's it called in Diablo, like the points that you kind of keep getting even though you're max level, and they even have like their own type of skill tree that you can put that you can invest in, which is really cool. So kind of like what you really want to do is to get to like champion point 160, and then you have kind of like the best versions of the gear. I mean, you can create, as we can see here, like we can create like the set piece, the set piece, you know, of this set at like a super low level, like a level 1 to 114. But I am champion point, I'm way over champion points 160, so this is not going to be a problem for me. The problem right now for me when it comes to crafting this is basically like my woodworking specifically. My working crafting is at a too low of a level, basically. But what is this set gonna give me? Like, for example, on the yeah, and also the sort of like the traits, and yeah. So crafting in this game, I mean, it's not super complicated, but I mean, you have to kind of like sort of know how it works. So what I'm looking for here is basically like the 5-piece bonus that I'm gonna be getting here for 5 items, and it's your bash attacks deals 935 more damage. When you bash, you also deal 311 physical damage in a cone in front of you, interrupting any enemies on hit. This effect can occur once every 2 seconds and counts as bash damage. So, thing is, like, I'm not doing any bashing, basically. So even though, like, you would think that, like, a stave is kind of, or a staff, is kind of like a magical weapon, this is gonna do some, like, totally different stuff for you as well. So a bunch of things have changed with this game when it comes to yeah, basically like a lot of things, but like the hybrid way is kind of the way to play the game right now. LFMW Deadlands can share quests. Okay. Okay, is this something we want to join? So, so in this zone, people are gonna be like asking for help in certain situations, and we can actually go help them. Okay, so let's answer this guy. Let's just hop on keyboard mode here, and also yeah, so I'm just gonna whisper this guy. Yeah, someone was like LFM. I'm not sure. What this activity is. Okay, so let's find this dude here and travel to like the closest way shrine. So that's a cool feature that we can actually do. We can just like, when we join a group, we can kind of travel to any person, like to the closest waypoint. Okay, where is this dude? Oh, he's here. Oh yeah, it's the yeah. So quest share, please. Okay, so we're just gonna... it's the Unmaker again. Okay, yeah, so we're accepting that quest. Yeah, so it was like I thought, actually. It's a daily quest, basically. So it's part of like the quest pool of like daily quests. Oh my god. Yeah, I have to go all the way around here. I mean... Or can we go down here? Like, I'm not sure. I think we can, but I'm just gonna go around. I don't know this zone too well. Yeah, so there's a bunch of activities that we can actually do, like, with other players. Which I think is really cool. And this zone right here, it's not, like, super overly populated. Since it's not, like, one of the super newer zones, it's not gonna be, like, very... like overpopulated with people. So if you want to get stuff done in a zone like this, you kind of yeah. You can kind of what's it called? Yeah, you can kind of just ask for help, and I mean pray that people are gonna help you. Let's rock. Okay, my dudes. Let's go. Yeah, so what I'm trying to do, like basically all the time here, is to use my like the new subclassing skill lines that I'm leveling as much as I possibly can, to kind of level them as quick as possible. Okay, he's down. GG, my dudes. Easy.
I'd be mad if I went out like that.
Okay, so let's GG, my dudes. I'm just writing them in the chat here. GG, my dudes. To you all. Thank you all. Okay, so now we can basically just like leave this group. So the group is left. And we also have a daily quest to turn in basically. But hold on, is there more to this quest? Is there anything else I need to do here? Yeah, retrieve the Daedric equipment. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so to complete this quest, we need to gather some stuff here as well. So when the Unmaker is dead, we can actually grab the equipment fairly easy here. So we need to make sure to grab these, yeah, equipment pieces to finish the quest. Okay, what is this? Yeah, I don't want to spend 700 gold on that though, but there is like a... Is this like a world event thing? Or is it just like the portal out of here? I'm not sure. I'm just gonna quickly answer a Discord message here. All right.
You know, I don't hate it.
Yeah, so there are so many systems in this game, and like there have been added so many like new systems, or like it's constantly being added like new systems and stuff also. So kind of like the only way to really just get back into this is to just like jump in and experience it and learn as we go, basically. So there are some... There is one system that I really haven't explored a lot yet, and it's the scribing system, which is also basically quite a new system. And the scribing system actually makes you able to kind of craft your own spells, kind of. Which is also really cool. Okay, so I'm just gonna quick port over here and have a look at this. Have a look at this marked spot over here. Like, I'm not sure if it's like a world event or if it's just like, oh no, it's the portal. Yeah. Okay, so this is basically the portal, I guess, you know, back to the city. So we can do this and just go turn in that that daily quest. But what I'm really like, the reason why I'm really in this zone right now is to find the wretched set location. So I'm just gonna do a quick search here and see if I can find the location. Wretched Vitality, that's what it's called. Okay, so let's have a look here. Yeah, it is in the Deadlands. Oh, it's okay, so it's gonna be all the way up here in the corner right here. Okay. So basically, all the way up here, I guess, like in this area. So we can take this way shrine and just go here. So I'm trying to get like kind of out of the habit of just like spending the gold to travel, because if you don't spend or if you use these waypoints that you have discovered in the zone, you don't have to pay to travel there. Gold. But if you just you can just like quick port, but it can be quite expensive, or I mean it could be like, yeah, a little expensive, at least where I'm at right now in the game, because like on my PlayStation account, I mean, I have so much gold that like 700 gold is nothing. But where I'm at right now, like returning or kind of like starting over in a sense, on my PC, I kind of like don't want to waste that gold, to be honest. Also, let's pick up these materials here, because I do want to be doing some crafting and like upgrading to my gear and stuff. Yeah, that's something we haven't been talking about at all. And also I'm gonna try to keep an eye on the guild here. So there is nothing, there is no like guild activity planned basically for today, but I'm hoping that something fun is gonna happen that we can partake in. But yeah, so picking up these materials and stuff and leveling up the crafting skill lines is something that I really want to do. Okay, so is it gonna be here or is it gonna be here? Okay, I'm gonna have to do a quick check on that location again. Quick check. Okay, so it's here. Okay, so basically it's gonna be down here, right? Okay. Okay, so I've marked that location. But before I go there, let's see if someone's trying to fight this boss up here. There is a boss here. And if someone's already here fighting it, I mean, we can just swoop in for the help here. Okay, so there's no one here. I think in this zone, like, I don't think I'm strong enough to kind of handle these world bosses alone. Like, I don't think so. So I'm not gonna say for sure that I'm not, but I don't think so. So I think I'm just gonna pass on this since there is no other players here. And let's just head over to the marked location, see if we can find that crafting station. Yeah, so we were talking a little bit about like the sets earlier, different type of sets, and like the craftable sets. They are one of like the best sets actually in that you can actually use. The craftable sets. So we do want to kind of like discover these craftable set locations in the different zones, so that we can basically like quickly access them when we need them or when we want to. Okay, and that's another endeavor right there. So that's also kind of like a cool system in the game. The endeavors. So we have like the daily endeavors that we can do, and we can do like 3 of them. So we have a little list here of stuff we can do. So I've just casually, like, just playing the game, unlocked like 2 out of 3 already, and that has given me 30 endeavor points. And the endeavor points we can use to buy stuff, basically. So it's a type of a currency that we can use to buy and unlock like certain things in the game, which is also pretty cool. So the 3 remaining here is destroying 5 Frost Atronachs, complete 1 duel, or defeat 4 cycle bosses in the Infinite Archive with a guildmate. Yeah, so that's like I have to do 1 out of those 3 to kind of unlock the full potential of the 3 dailies completed, for like a maximum, or for like a total of 45 endeavor points. And also we have the weekly aspect of this, but this one I've already completed, and that's 250 endeavor points, and these points we can use in like the indie endeavor store, basically. So I have 11.7k, and these are like limited time offers here that we can get, like either this bear here or this polymorph. And polymorph is kind of like transforming our entire character into, yeah, basically, yeah, a polymorph. I mean, this mount looks pretty cool, to be honest. And what's also cool is that we can actually preview it. So we can actually preview it and see how it looks. This mount is pretty badass. I mean, it is a what's it called? Kind of like a reskin of an already existing mount, basically. So we have just like the straight up bear mount, and that
Building up a staff.
specific